Good morning. Today I'm going to talk to you about Nearpod. Nearpod, you will go right here and sign in for the first time if you've never signed in before. Once you've signed in, you will turn to a page that looks like this. This is your home page. You have your library, explore to find new and different Nearpods that you can either download for free or pay for. You can join in any Nearpod presentation, and you can create your own, and here's where you get reports of how your students did on your Nearpods that you've created. So one of my favorite places to be is to explore. This is the Explore page. This is where you can find all sorts of lessons. They're free, there's paid for, there's brand new ones, there's virtual reality, or virtual reality ones. So there's all sorts of different ones that you can sign into. Right here you can search directly for math or social studies or even more specific of fractions. So it's a great place to start. Any of these Nearpods, whether you've paid for it or they're free, once you download it into your own, you can always edit any one of those to make them your own. So any Nearpod you download, you can edit and make your own. Your library is where all of your either edited by you, or just created by you, or that you've downloaded Nearpods are all here, just for you to pick whichever ones you want. You can also start a new one right here, or you can go to Create to make a new one. Now this is where the magic happens in a Nearpod. Right here when you first start, you have an untitled lesson. You can add your first slide, usually adding content. This is where you add, if you're going to do a virtual reality field trip, Twitter, PDF viewer, where you just view through a PDF, audio, video, slideshow. But one of the things I use the most here is I create a title page. So this is where you can add an image, just like you would off of anything. You have these tools down here to add an image. Go to your Dropbox, go to Images, and just find whatever. I'm going to go ahead and use one of these. Let's see. I'm going to use this one. Nope, I'm going to use this one. Okay, so add any sort of backdrop you want. Add your title. You can create a description about it, add a different image, change the text up, add an audio file, or start over. Just click Save when you're done. And then your slide is added right here into the Nearpod. Then again, you can add more. Adding web content is just adding any sort of web page, so like a YouTube or some sort of web page, a video, whatever you find. So it's just a URL link page. Adding an activity, this is where it happens. So the different activities you have: open-ended, a poll where you just ask them, how do you feel about something? Do you like it? Do you not like it? However you want to do it. You can do a quiz. You can do a draw it. This is one of my favorites. Collaborate, I haven't played with just yet because it's brand new. So I really don't know much about it. This fill in the blanks is kind of like a closed reading activity. And the memory, of course, is like, flip the cards over when you find a match. But I'm going to come over here to some of my favorite activities. One is a poll, just because sometimes you need to know how the students are feeling. So you can ask them any question. And you just put it in there, and you can either, put in the different answers that you want. There is no correct or incorrect answer because it's just a Nearpod. It's just a polling question, excuse me. Here you can add a photo if you'd like, just the way I added a photo before. You click it, you can download it straight from your computer. If you want to add another answer, you can add one there, or just click Save. You can add another slide, again, going to the activities. These are the best ones. I do usually do a quiz at the end of everything, but this is the way you add a quiz. First, you're going to give them a title. You don't have to give it a title if you don't want to. Then you would type in a question, type in an answer. If you wanted another answer, type it in. If you want to add an answer, just click there. So you have ABCD format. If you'd like to duplicate the question or add a picture to help in order to answer the question, you would add it there. You can then click whichever answer is correct. Is it A, B, C, or D? You can add another question by just clicking Add a Question. So then again, you'll type in your question, type in your answer. You can make it A, B, C, D or A, B, C. Click the correct answer, add a picture if you want to, add another question, or just go ahead and click Save. Now again, this could be a quiz, so it could be like a 5-question, a 10-question. I don't think you can do a 40-question. I've never tried it, so I don't know how many you could actually do, but I do know that you could do 5 to 10 questions. So don't forget these quiz results. Each of the students, when they take the quiz, will show up in your reports, so you can check those out later. And here's another one of my most favorite that I use quite often, my Draw It. So you can add your question, you can add a picture up here, or you can just double click here and add an image for them to draw on to use. So I'm going to go here, and I know in my desktop I have some pictures of some math. So right here I'm going to add this photo. And so now my students can draw right there on that. And I'm going to save it. And so now that one's been added. Again, you can add another activity if you want. So here's the fill in the blanks. So now that you have all the slides you want inside your Nearpod, you can click and drag them around. So once I highlight one, I can drag it around to the end of the slideshow, or, just kind of click and drag them around into any order that I want. And then I'm ready. So I'm ready to go. Click here at Untitled Lesson, can create a title. Oh. And then I'm ready to go. Just click Create. You can give it a description, click your grade level, click your subject, and save and exit. Okay. Here it goes. All right, so now we're ready. So now I'm ready to go ahead and do a live session with my students. So I'll hover over and click live session. I can still edit it if I want to go back and check it out or fix it up. I can preview it if I want to check it out. I can do a student paste where my students find it. So I click live session. So now I can control how everything goes. So I have my students go ahead and type in this. They go to nearpod.com, and then it says enter code, just like I said at the beginning, and they enter in this code. And then I can move the video or the Nearpod as they go through it right here. So I have changed them to the different slides. So they're going to see their first question here. Then they're going to see their polling question. This is not what they see though. When a student puts in that code, they're going to come to a page that looks like this. They have to put in their name, then click send, and then it will take them right to the slide where they were. So there was the, do you like Nearpod? That's your polling question. Yes. Yay, thank you. And then we should get our next question. So then the teacher will go ahead, and here's what the teacher sees. Oh, look, the student answered. There's one answer, one student in here. And they said yes. They like it. Let's go to the next slide. And now the student has a quiz. So now when you look at the student view, we're ready to take a quiz. Yes, we are. Go. And I'm going to pick, yay, hopefully this answer, and then next. So I go through the quiz as the student. And I'm going to click next to submit it. And then the teacher can see how they did on their test. So here's my name, here's my score. I've got 1 out of 2 correct. And then of course I could, I can save that and keep that data so I can keep a score. So when I'm ready to leave, I just click the X, click yes, I'd like to leave it for now. And here, that was how to run a Nearpod. Pretty simple, pretty easy, great way to help your kids and really see what your students are doing. So I hope you enjoyed my Nearpod presentation. Have a great day.